Good morning, family. This is another edition of Morning Inspiration. But I want to start out by just taking a look at this view. This view is almost heavenly. This is a real definition of the Smoky Mountains. But like I said, the view is just breathtaking. Breathtaking. But like I said, I just want to start out by first and foremost, acknowledging the fact that I'm back up in the mountains. This is Cable Game 19. Well, sorry about that. Cable Game 93. And I'm here with another edition of Morning Inspiration. And what I want to do is deal with the subject of communication. A lot of times in like relationships, husband and wife, girlfriend and boyfriend, sister and brother, mother, daughter, father, son, we always emphasize like communicating. Everything is communication. But like I said, I think that when it comes to communication, there's another component that's at play before you even get to being able to communicate with somebody else. You also must have effective communication with yourself. Because whether we know it or not, we are, multifaceted beings. And we have different voices that we have to deal with on a regular basis. And I believe that it would contribute to our own well-being if we can begin to discern those voices and determine which ones are for us and which ones are against us. In all actuality, you got really two strong voices. One is that inner hater, and the other one is that inner motivator. But there's also a third voice that to me that is not as not as obvious as the first two, but it's also a part of our makeup, which is that natural voice, which is that voice that deals with the fact that emphasizes your personality. Like something simple as why you like certain types of cars, why you like a certain type of color, why you want to have a certain type of job or run a certain type of business. To me, those are indications of a natural voice. See what I'm saying? But a lot of times the natural voices are overshadowed by those other two voices. But to be honest, they're primarily dominated by that hater voice. See, it takes time and for us to be engaged in the process of being transformed in order for us to be able to discern that motivator voice. Because even from birth, we automatically tend to yield to that hater voice more than we yield to anything else. And then as we tend to mature and grow and become aware, get woke, get conscious, get saved, whatever terminology you want to use, then we become more sensitive to that motivator voice. But to be honest, like I said, unless you are tested or being tried by trials and tribulations of life, and you're aware of the testing that's taking place, it can be challenging to begin to yield to that motivator voice on a consistent basis. But that's the best voice to yield to. That's the one that gives you the greatest harvest. That ushers in the kingdom. Everything that you have inherited becomes real the more you yield to that motivator voice. But a lot of time, like we said, like we talked about on a number of different occasions, it takes time, it takes development to develop a sensitivity to that motivator voice. It don't happen overnight. It don't. And it don't happen without you putting in the work. See what I'm saying? Because the Bible talks about it. It says, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. So at the end of the day, there's some work that has to take place in order for the motivator in us to reign, in order for us to reap the benefits of being of the inheritance that we've been given from birth. But like I said, I just wanted to first and foremost encourage the family to continue to yield to the motivator. First and foremost, make sure you check the hater, because the haters are not just the ones that are on the outside. I think the most dominant hater are the ones that's on the inside, or the one that's on the inside. And as we develop a healthy dialogue within ourselves, then we can begin to reign in life. We can begin to experience heaven on earth, which this picture reminds me of. Being up in these mountains, first and foremost, and being able to see just this majestic picture, it just reminds me of the inheritance that we all have. And I encourage the family today to continue to yield to the motivator, so you can begin to see a harvest, first and foremost, 20, 30, 40, and 100 fold. And on that note, family, I'm going to end this session of Morning Day Inspiration, and I wish everybody have a blessed day. Thank you.